We welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series Season number 4 Daytona race. And we are finally on track and we're finally live here tonight with 4 minutes to go in the warm-up session. So we definitely apologize for some of the stuff that's happened here tonight. We're officially back. We're officially all ready to go for the most part. And just now we're here at Daytona, of course. Had some technical difficulties in Cup Series practice. It's honestly been a bunch of technical difficulties as of late, but hopefully we can finally be good to go here from the World Center of Racing tonight. Because we got a good one for you tonight, the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series here from Daytona. It's the first race of the 5-race challenge as well, so that's something to look forward to. Back in just a quick second. I'm going to fix the ticker again. But yeah, cars on the racetrack here from Daytona. All right. So, of course, this is a 50-lap event from the World Center of Racing. This is, of course, the busiest day in Speedweeks as well. Yeah. So we apologize for it being a bit messy, but we're ready for a fun show here tonight in Daytona. All right, so now we're having even more ticker erosion. It just never ends. Give us a quick second. So qualifying, of course, coming up next. So you got the Truck Series race tonight. So, of course, it's the part of the 5-race challenge, a brand new series that we have. It used to be the Triple Truck Trophy for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series. But now, of course, it is the 5-race challenge, up to 5 races. So there will be points awarded for finishing positions tonight. Also, the pole winner will get a bonus point, and then if you have a 0x as well on incident penalties, you will get a bonus point again. So then after this race, we will be heading straight to the Xfinity Series race. That's originally scheduled to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, but most likely if this race runs a bit long, that'll be pushed back just slightly, and then it'll go underway for the Xfinity Series race. After that, the Xfinity season opener from the Daytona International Speedway for season number 4, and we're finally ready to get this one underway. Let's go up for Truck Series qualifying in just a couple of moments. Of course, I'm joined here with Cameron Chandler in the booth. So, Cameron, once again, it's the 4th truck race at the Daytona International Speedway for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series. So now you got to think about points as well as just going for going for it all here tonight. So, what do you think the game plan is going to be here for this 50-lap event with no halfway break?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. The no halfway break is going to add in a lot of strategy. We're going to see a lot of guys not as often trying to run up front and lead all the laps. You're going to see some guys make the decision to hang in the back, play the long game, maybe save some fuel, and try to be there later in the race. So definitely going to be interesting. A lot more races you have to think about with this series. So a lot of new strategies than before.
Yeah, so of course it is the Truck Series. Well, it's the 5-race challenge once again. So the Triple Truck Trophy the last 2 seasons has been very, very solid. A minute to go here in the practice session. So, as you can see, nope, 5 is spinning. That's Cole Clausen down on the inside. We got the 94 up to the outside as well. So positions 1 through 17 will all gain. Oh, and there goes the 7 around. He's going to spin into the wall with the 27 and the 78.
Yeah, and I'm afraid Cole Wilson is currently planning an attack against Brody Webster. Oh, never mind. He's aiming for someone else.
Oh, man.
Annihilates. I believe that's the 00 of Nolan Walker.
And of
And
course,
we got a car doing burnouts in the infield.
So it has been a fantastic speed week so far. We have had a couple more technical difficulties than usual, mostly for one thing and one thing only. This little thing over here. So yeah, we've tried to work through that. I think we done an okay job. I think we're going to have to try to get this a little bit cleaned up before tomorrow night's Daytona 500. But this has been a fantastic Speed Weeks on the track so far. We've had insane practice sessions somehow. We've had the insane IndyCar race, and then we had an insane ARCA race and the ARCA finish where, of course, Cameron, who's in the booth with me right now, got the victory there. As trucks on the racetrack, it's qualifying, so 2 laps to do it. As always, trucks heading on to the track. Got 2 laps to qualify for the pole. It'll be a 5-minute session. You've got 5 minutes to do it, of course, so as they roll down the back straightaway, there's the 5 of Cole Clausen. The 66 on the outside as well. That is Christian Herklatz. He'll be making his Xfinity Series debut later tonight. He did a Triple Truck Trophy race last season at Talladega. And he's back here in the Truck Series as he heads down the front straightaway.
We will see a lot of guys, unlike in ARCA, they will be pacing around the track at about 100 miles an hour. We see Cole Wilson doing that. I'm sure Matthew White's doing it somewhere. That's so they can get extra heat in their tires, and they're going to go for it on lap 1. So, not something we saw in ARCA, but definitely something we're going to see here.
I know Cameron Chandler loves that.
Yeah. We have Aston Miller currently weaving out of control down the straightaway to make sure he has his tires warmed up. He's going to get up to speed now.
As into 1 and 2 goes that number 17 machine as he goes up to the outside. So we are back in Daytona. It's a kind of an overcast night here from the World Center Racing. Clouds have moved in since Cup Series practice wrapped up. Final Cup Series practice for the Daytona 500. Of course, we had technical difficulties there once again, as my microphone just didn't work, and I, embarrassingly enough, didn't realize it for like the whole time. So, yeah, that was fun. So Herklatz top of the board so far. It's Rivera in second, Benton third, Clausen slots in fourth, Holes is fifth. To the line goes that 77. He'll come down to the inside. Across the line. I believe to start his lap.
Yeah, he's going on his first hot lap. He did the tire chasing on the first one.
Down the back straightaway goes the 90 of Tomlin. And into turns 3 and 4. Oh, a bit of a blank. And Tomlin backs it down. So it's Benton top of the board so far. Rivera second, Herklatz fourth, Clausen fifth, Holes in sixth. So, of course, you do get that bonus point for the pole. Keep that in mind. Looking back there, Ashton Miller qualifies P18 so far. You got one more lap to do it. Here down the front straightaway is the 00. That is Walker, currently P10. Across the line, he goes to finish up his qualifying lap. Walker's going to go, I believe he stays outside of the top 10. Yes, he does. Backs it down the 99. Oh, okay. And he'll take a shot into the fence. Back it down back here. Payson Lindsay on the back straightaway now. Down the front stretch goes that number 65.
Payson's not gonna have a time. He's not gonna have enough time to go for a second lap. He's gonna have to put it down on his first one.
Andrew Stacy's gonna wrap up at P19, so not really what he wanted to see. Here's the 12 coming on to the racetrack. So it is now Trenton Wilkin, top of the board here in Daytona. And he has wrapped up his qualifying session, I believe. He is now done. Trenton Wilkin to the top. Matthew White currently in second. Third is Nolan Walker. And that is your top 3 so far. Muston, a good starting spot as well. so far. Here is Payson Lindsay down the back straightaway. He's one of the only ones that's actually making time. 30 seconds to go. Can anyone knock Trenton Wilkin off pole?
Payson's the only one on track, and he's only on his first lap, and he's been all over the track, so I highly doubt he'll go P1 here.
To the line, one final shot at it. Payson Lindsay.
That's connection issues.
Oh.
Or the server, or he ran out of time, one of the two.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're good. As we welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series, season number 3, okay, did it again. Season number 4, Truck Series 5 Race Challenge, race number 1 from the World Center Racing. It's time to get the trucks underway at Daytona during the busiest day of Speedweeks. This is a classic event in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, and it's one that's really enjoyed, and we are back here once again, trucks from Daytona. It's an event that usually starts in the daytime, then goes into the night. And we have had fantastic finishes here prior. Last 2 seasons have had photo finishes crashing to the line. Also saw one of those last night from the ARCA race. I feel like that happens every single time we have a Speedweeks event. We have the same kind of finish. Like, it's just, we had it 2 years in a row in trucks, 2 years in a row in Xfinity. We had it in ARCA last night. I think we had it in ARCA last season. Like, it's the same thing, and they're always photo finishes as well. So, just insane what happens in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. As we got, let's take a look at your starting lineup, of course, before we head to the green flag here from the World Center of Racing. So, of course, Trenton Wilkin going to be on pole. Matthew White going to be starting to his outside. Row number 2 is Nolan Walker and Muston. Row 3 consists of Bryce Benton, Eli Tomlin, Ashton Miller, and Maddox Beard will make up row number 4, and then Cole Wilson and Brody Webster round out in row number 5 here from Daytona. As Cameron, you want to take us through the rest of the top 20?
Oh, no, I think they're fine. We'll find them eventually.
Oh, okay. That's pay deducted.
Yeah, nice try.
As here they come, rolling off a pit road. We are here under the or nearly under the lights from the World Center Racing. Welcome live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series from Daytona.
We do have a comment from the driver of the 99, Payson Lindsay. He said, "Nice try, Cam Mid-Chandler. Get back to the booth, little bro." So, Payson Lindsay, you're rolling off the grid in 21st. Yeah, so nice try. Let's see that car.
And looks like after those comments from Payson Lindsay, he has been disqualified for life from every single FedEx event in the future. So, nice try, Payson Lindsay.
Yeah, it seems like Payson Lindsay got hit with the John Nagayan treatment.
All right, as we take a look at the current conditions here from Daytona, mostly cloudy night. Of course, we mentioned the clouds rolled in. We don't have any rain forecasted, luckily. 9 mile-an-hour winds, 73 degree day, so a beautiful night from Daytona. Barely any humidity as well. And we are ready to go from the World Center Racing. Time to get this 50-lap Truck Series event underway. All right, guys, any final thoughts before we head to the green flag?
A second update from Payson Lindsay. He now has to go eat in 10 minutes, so he's hoping for a caution.
All right, nice try,
of course.
Payson.
Yeah, I mean, your fat pole champion of like 3 times. Of course, he has to eat in the middle of a race.
Yeah, no dinner for you, Payson.
Here we go in Daytona. This is the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series. This starts the 5-race challenge that includes super speedways, road courses, short tracks, and more. It's race number 3 of Daytona Speedweeks. Pace truck comes down pit road. Trenton Wilkin, Matthew White on the front row. The trucks are underway in Daytona. Already up to the outside is that 17 of Houston. Almost makes a pass around Matthew White, but it's evenly organized between the first two or three rows as they head down the front straightaway. Trenton Wilkin will lead lap 1 here in Daytona. He's got Matthew White coming to his outside. The 17 of Houston up on the outside, pushing that 99 of Matthew White. The 90 of Tomlin, and now Matthew White's going to clear. Then 11 of Trenton Wilkin for the race lead.
We do have a slower car of Cam Caraway. He's coming off turn 4. He already has lost the draft, maybe issues on the grid. It's going to be interesting to see when they do come up on him.
As they head down into 1 and 2 yet again, it's Wilkin blocking down low, reclaims the lead on the outside of Matthew White as they head down the front straightaway from Daytona. Coming to lap 3 already, shuffling throughout the pack. Ooh, one car, the 90 of Tomlin got a bit sideways. He's able to easily hang on to that, though, luckily. As they head
Here comes
back.
Jason Lindsay, top of 3, all by himself.
Lindsay up and then outside of the 99. Who's getting squeezed by the 77 as they're 3x3 here in turns number 1 and 2. Oh, Cole Wilson backing out of it. Same thing, I believe that is Walker. Not mistaken.
That's
Ashton Miller.
Yeah, Ashton Miller. Yeah, Cole Wilson was talking about it earlier. He wants to sit in the back of the field and try to save fuel like he did last season. He feels like that worked out for him, and he's going to try that strategy again.
Matthew White on the inside of Houston here as they race side by side down this front straightaway once again here from Daytona. It is a close battle to see who leads lap 4. I believe it was Trent Wilkin, but Houston coming with momentum on the outside. He nearly gets shoved sideways, and Trenton Wilkin has to lift just slightly as Eli Tomlin gave him a huge shove. Matthew White now side drafting that 7 as they head down the back straightaway yet again. Now pulling out of the line is Wilkin trying to go for the race lead. 2 Toyota Tundras battling for it.
And these guys are already very aggressive early on. Connor Asbell not happy over the radio, trying to get him to calm down. And
Getting split 3
wide.
wide. Trenton Wilkin in the middle. Through the sucker hole he goes. Is anybody going to go with him? You got Payson Lindsay down there in the middle, so this could possibly start at 3rd lane. And looks like Tomlin was thinking about it. He's going to get turned. He spins himself. The wrecking out of the front straightaway. Wilkin to the wall hard. Payson Lindsay is involved. The 94 is spinning. Caution's going to come out. 78 involved as well. The 77 has damage. It's yellow flag number 1 on lap 5 here at Daytona. Caution flag will come out. I believe, yes. Caution is out.
Yeah, that you could sense that one coming from a mile away of how aggressive they were.
Yeah, it looks like just Tomlin made a bad move back, try to clear him. Let's take a look at what happened to bring out the first caution of the night. So Eli Tomlin involved. It's on lap 5 already, the first yellow flag. Speedweeks especially, we've always gone pretty long without having the first caution, but here, not so much.
That's in the truck series. Yeah, Tomlin went up high and maybe thought he was clear or got loose or something and came down on Wilkin and took out quite a few cars there.
Tomlin got some area. I'll see the 78 involved, the 94 of CJ Urban spinning down to the inside. That is Eli Tomlin's teammate. It's right along here with Trenton Wilkin. Unfortunately, he has just had terrible luck as of late in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. Just can't have anything go right for him from the looks of it. And let's ride along with Wilkin if it actually wants to let us. Oh yeah, came down. Nothing he could have done.
Yeah, that might be race-ending damage for Trenton Wilkin.
And just, yeah, unfortunate mistake there by Eli Tomlin, who's doing a good job pushing on the outside, but just not what he needed to do there as they head down the front straightaway yet again. Let's take a look how this happened. Obviously just came down, nearly hooked the 00 Walker. He's also saw Benson in the 9 get, oh yeah, that's a big hit for Wilkin. Payson Lindsay made a great save, and then of course the 78 got collected with Eli Tomlin, who made contact. He also saw Urban spinning out of the inside, but yeah, just so unfortunate for Trenton Wilkin. He has just had terrible luck. All of ECR has had awful luck. As he's got damage, he's not out of it just yet. We got cars, trucks pitting. Is anyone staying out? Yep. Houston and the 7, but everybody else, for the most part, coming to pit road.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. All right. So, we've got the caution flag yet again here in Daytona. We'll be right back from the World Center of Racing. All right. Unfortunately, I have a couple of technical difficulties again with the ticker, so it just seems like nothing can work with this thing. And
We are coming to the choose cone right now.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that real quick under the caution flag. So, of course, brand new addition in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, the choose cone here at the start-finish line. Let's see where they pick. Houston, I would obviously, he's going to go top. That's shocking. The 7 of here will go low. And then you're going to have picks back here. Let's see, everybody kind of just picking top for the most part. Nothing really going on. It's not, you can't do a whole lot of super speedways. It's going to get a whole lot more interesting once we go to, like, actual, I don't want to say actual real racetracks, because Daytona is, but actual tracks that don't, you know, that aren't Daytona.
Yeah, definitely a huge help for these guys to be able to pick their lane here, especially if they have a teammate up front.
Yeah, I was able to do that last night in the ARCA race with Ethan McMillan, and it worked out pretty well for us, and we got to the front. Unfortunately, kind of fall back at the end there, but choose cone is definitely a great addition for this season.
And we do also have an update, a fuel update. Most drivers are about 10 laps short. Not Payson Lindsay. Cole Wilson and Aston Miller, I believe they said that they are hanging out in the back for quite a while, so. And we have Brody Webster.
All right. Be back here just a quick second. From Daytona. To be honest, the ticker is being really, really bad tonight. I really don't understand why. I've tried everything, but... All right, pace truck down pit road yet again as they come back to the restart zone. Back underway in Daytona on lap 9.
Nobody on the outside lane. A big stack up from the inside.
Ooh, blocking outside is Musin once again. As they head down the back straightaway, cars ducking out of line. As they roll side by side, the 17 and the 7. So it's the 7 of Maddox Spear down to the inside of Musin. He will now clear for the race lead here in Daytona. he will lead this lap. Ooh, jumps out once again. Another car. Side by side for the lead. We're 10 laps in. And really bad blink there for the 7 of Maddox Beer.
Yeah, that has been an issue with Maddox for the majority of the end of last season. As we got one car below the line, not Wyatt Youngwood, Andrew Stacy.
Oh, contact! 72, Connor Asbell in the wall, got loose, nearly had an issue, almost went around. Ooh, more contact down there once again. To continue to bang doors. 3 wide action back there. And getting pushed once again to the lead. Here comes Matthew White to the inside, pushed Musin, let him go though, and he's to the inside of that 17. Musin got a big bad push there. Oh, trouble! One truck spins upside down. The 66. Herklotz goes around. He lands back on his wheels. Caution gonna come out this time, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And the yellow flag is out. Christian Herklotz nearly goes upside down. Shades of Cole Wilson last season, but this time it's on the back straightaways. The caution is out here in Daytona. Let's take a look at what happened to bring out this caution. Of course, you saw it live. Let's take a better look at it. So they checked up the 17 and the 9 of Benton, and then, ooh, yeah, Herklotz got tagged by the 88. And look at that thing go. Out with the 72 of Asbell, and around he goes. Landon Johnson also involved in that 88 machine. Let's ride along with Christian Herklotz.
I believe Ryan Davis is the one in the 88 Monster Mountain Dew car.
Ooh. Oh, my God. What an angle. So he goes on, nearly on his lid. Luckily, keeps it on all 4 wheels at the end of it. And was able to actually drive away. I don't think he's going to have too much damage either. Just shocking. Of course, yeah, he just gets turns. Nowhere to go. And, ooh, Davis takes a decent shot into the wall. That'll bring out the caution flag here on lap 12. Oh, look, Cameron Chandler. All right.
Yeah, that car's placed there to remind you, Lively Custom Diecast, official diecast
nice
producer
try.
FedEx, the FedEx iRacing League.
Nope.
And we might have beef with Ryan Davis and Kristen. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, Ryan Davis had the ultimate crash out at the end of Xfinity practice last night.
I mean, that sounds like Ryan Davis. All right. Give us a quick second once again. So we have some trucks now coming down pit road. You got the 99 here of Matthew White, the 17. That is Musin. So it looks like fuel only. So they've had a couple of early caution flags here to bunch up the field. Why did I say that? They're not bunching up the field. It's actually making the field further apart. As they come off pit road once again here on lap 13. So it looks like tires for some of the drivers in the back. There's the 66 of Herklotz, who of course was involved in that near flip and luckily stayed on all 4 wheels. It looks like he's got a bit of damage, but I would assume that would be repairable as Landon Johnson rolls off pit road. There's the 20 of, that is actually, funny story here. This is actually John Butler's spotter in the Cup Series. This is Baron Cohen Jr., in the 20 here tonight as he rolls off pit road.
And John Butler is actually the one spotting for him.
Oh, that's a funny story.
Yeah, a little flipperoo here.
All right.
And another fuel update, they are about 6 to 7 laps forward.
So even there's still even lucky that they got these early pit stops. And you can probably, I don't know, you might be able to say that under caution, but here, but
I mean, yeah, it's definitely, it is possible, but definitely would be very, very close, and you would have to be going pretty slowly. As I believe Pace and Lindsay's going to pit. A few guys are going to pit here to top off on fuel.
Sorry, we're going to be right back in just a second. It's been a night of technical difficulties with you-know-what. Fortunately. Alright, so it is 1 to go till we restart. So nothing really happened on the choose, luckily. Alright, you know what? We have had so many issues with the sticker here tonight. I don't even know what to do anymore. It is, okay, it's been awful. So we're going to be doing something that I really, really don't want to do.
Oh boy.
That's not what I asked. Okay, there it is.
The old ticker has been revived.
Apparently it's the 0th caution. Let me just make sure of something real quick. Oh, what, now we're working okay? The normal one? Oh, Jesus. Okay, Alright, here we go once again. Back underway in Daytona. As looks like... There we go, okay. Back underway from the World Center of Racing. Here again in Daytona. Apologize for all these technical difficulties. I know it's been not fun. But we are back underway as they head back down into 1 and 2. On the outside, the 7-matic Spear. Then you got Matthew Rivera. Good push back to the inside. He's going to get nearly clear as they head down the back straightaway.
Bryce Benson behind teammate Matt Spirit, and they're pretty good friends, so expect to see those two working together quite a bit tonight.
Nearly 77 going down on the inside. We're only 15 laps in. We've had 2 cautions so far tonight. It's been a bit of an aggressive and a messy race so far. Definitely the messiest race of Speedweeks as of now.
Here comes that top lane.
That's the 7-matic Spirit once again on the top. He's got that 9 up right, spent it all over his back bumper. 15 down low. That is Rivera. He's had a nice run so far here tonight in the trucks. Of course, the only points that have been awarded so far are the pole position points by Trenton Wilkin. He was lucky to get even that 1 point because he was, of course, involved in that early race crash, and he's out of the race. We've got Rivera getting pushed on the inside. Matthew Rivera back to the lead, coming to lap 17 here in Daytona. He moves up to the outside in front of the 7-matic Spear. The 9 of Benton has to check up just slightly his teammate as they head down the front straightaway, coming to 1 and 2 yet again.
They're getting squirrely in the back half of this pack. 3 wide and all over the place.
And here comes Nolan Walker, pushed out front by the 99 of Matthew White. I would say it's time to calm down a bit. I mean, it's only lap 17 of 50. We've already had 2 caution flags. I think definitely time to calm it down just slightly.
And they can't make it from here, too.
Yeah, I mean,
you're going to see a lot of these guys hoping for a yellow because they're not going to want to save that. And I'm not really too sure if they can do it.
Rivera back on the outside with momentum. And it's still a 0-0 of Nolan Walker with the race lead. Down the backstretch they go yet again. See Cole Clausen, the 5 moving up. So, of course, Cole Clausen, throughout all of Speedweeks in Cup, Xfinity Trucks, ARCA, and IndyCar, running that number 5 Culver's machine. And Truck Cup, I should say. It's actually the number 71. And there it is, racing here currently P16 for Cole Clausen.
Yes, sir. We're giving her a good ride here at Daytona, ripping around here like a bald eagle, and hoping to get a win here sometime this weekend.
A nice track, Curtis McFarlane.
Whatever.
Update on fuel, well, at least from Pace and Lindsay. Pace and Lindsay is about 3 to 4 laps short, but I did get a report from Matthew White saying that he was 6 to 7. So I'm not sure if he was not calibrated right or if they are on different fuel strategies, but it's going to be interesting. So some of these guys might be able to make it.
Yeah, so you're going to have to do a bit of saving, though. And up here racing, especially at the front of the field, is not easy. So I know Nolan Walker probably isn't doing a whole lot of saving. Let's actually ride along. Yeah, he's pretty much, he's wide open. I mean, not lifting anything, obviously, because he's leading. Coming to lap 20 here in Daytona.
Yeah, to give you guys a quick update, I've been, doing a little bit of field slaving, and I'm like 8 laps short. So there's, just about no way that we're gonna make it.
3 wide on the outside, the 77. He's getting squeezed by Pace and Lindsay. He's moving to the inside. Is Matthew White, I believe, does not like the looks of what he's seeing right now. Bryce Benton gets a bit squirrely, your IndyCar Series winner, as they head 3 wide, heading 3 and 4 yet again.
Yeah, Matthew White just annihilated that inside line, but that's going to help out the very top line.
Rivera looks like he's in a sketchy position, trying to block 3 lanes at once. Now he initially goes to the bumper of the 00. It looks like the 00 has a bit of dust on that car. As they head back into 1 and 2.
He is signed to 2 different teams currently, so I'm not really sure which one he's in. And they are all over the place, nearly wrecking in turn 1.
Still 3 wide, though, as the pack kind of deteriorates behind them as they head down the back straightaway yet again.
Multiple cars got into the wall there, went up the track. I don't know what happened there. They all got loose like it was raining or something. They all gather it back up, and they're going to try to continue.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Benton.
Yeah, Bryce Benton with connection issues.
Gotta love that.
And that's not what you want to see when the whole field is 3 wide like that.
Ooh, the 72 Connor Aswell a bit loose from Ryan Davis's bumper. As they head back into 1 and 2 yet again. Oh, in the wall, the 7 goes up the racetrack. He's gonna fall back slightly for 7-Matic's Beard. He's up front, racing for the lead. A couple of laps to go. So back to double file now. As you can see, the inside lane is starting to become dominant. Outside, not a whole lot of momentum forming up. Got the 90 of Tomlin thought about it for a second. You're gonna still stay low though.
If I do remember correctly, we are seeing it now. The top lane is a lot better than what it was in ARCA, as Connor Asbo is going to take it 3 wide on Nolan Walker.
Look at that move by the 72 of Asbell. Almost the lead to second. He's side drafting Rivera. They are 3 by 3, about 3 rows deep. As they head back into 1 and 2.
He's going to drop back down to leave Bryce Benton. Just called an ISO on that one, and he's going to be clear for the lead.
Down the back straightaway, pushing once again. Connor Asbell now leads in Daytona.
Went from about 7th in line to the lead in about half a lap. A great move there by the 72.
And he currently leads this Truck Series event in Daytona, coming to lap 24, coming close to halfway.
Comes that top line again. As Rivera's going to look to take it 3 wide middle. He's going to duck back in line, thinks better of it.
A huge run on the outside, pushing his Pace and Lindsay on Nolan Walker. As they head back into 1 and 2, you got the 17 of Houston lined up there as well. Bryce Benton in the 9. Momentum starts to carry even better. Let's watch the push as you can see the 15 of Rivera all over the back bumper of the 72 of Connor Aswell. Oh, the 00 tries to block, and they're wrecking. 15 Rivera's in the wall. The 90 of Tomlin spins. The 42's involved. 72 of Asbel goes around. Caution going to come out. Bryce Benton and Adolphs. Oh, Matthew White got it. And then the 66 of Herklotz got a bit of a piece of it as well. The third caution of the night comes out. It's the medium one in Daytona.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Nolan Walker was thinking there. He was not at all clear, and that's going to take out a lot of good cars.
Yeah, not a very good decision by the 00. That was poor by him, and he actually gets away unscathed here in the 00. Let's take a look at what happens. And that was, that was rough. So yeah, we watched it from this angle initially. Oh yeah, just came down. Came down way too. Look at that save though by the 00. Oh, he was able to hang on to it somehow. Let's look at now a better angle to actually get what happened to the 72 of Asbel. So Asbel getting a push, went to the inside, and yep, just got that big block. Oh, and Rivera takes a hard shot to the wall and nearly caught Munston. You can see Benton spins the 42, saves it. Benton goes around, and then watch this hit Herklotz. Oh, slams into that number 72 of Connor Asbel, and that's just really going to kill both of those race cars, especially Herklotz. Let's ride along with the 66 through this accident. So are they on pit road yet?
We're coming down pit road right now.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll watch one more angle here with Herklotz. Looks like he had it through and just, right at the last second. It's been unlucky for him so far tonight, but he makes his Xfinity debut, his full-time Xfinity debut later tonight. They come to pit. Your leader's on pit road, so you should be able to pit here and make it to the end. Coming to lap 27. Third caution of the night already, as the 00 of Walker has a bit of back-end damage from the looks of it.
Cole Wilson overshot his stall.
Lindsay pulls out with the 65 of Stacy. Then you got Moore pulling out of pit road as well. The 11 of Trenton Wilkin. Actually, that's not Trenton Wilkin, I don't believe. That is Cam Carraway. Sorry. Cam Carraway.
Yeah, Wilkin has retired from the race.
Yeah, unfortunate for your pole sitter, as you still got trucks here sitting on pit road, Baron Cohen Jr. and others. There is Herklotz with big front end damage, but he's still rolling. Just try to get some on-track experience. He is, of course, a rookie in the Xfinity Series, like we mentioned earlier. And, of course, coming up next, the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series, season number 3, season opener in Daytona. Season 4. Jesus. Did it again. All right. So, of course, 26 laps in. I'm going to choose this time by. All right, so we'll see where everybody is able to choose. So it's third caution of the night where we're working currently. It's been a chaotic race all around so far.
A lot of over-aggression.
Yeah, definitely I would say that. A lot more even than ARCA last night. Just a whole lot more going for it. Even though this is a longer race, they all, top 3 pick outside, which is kind of really surprising. That's going to give the 27 of Ashton Miller the front row. 11 of Cam Carraway sliding in there as well, the 88 of Landon Johnson. The other 88 of Ryan Davis, supposed to be the 91, but he scammed us. 99 of Matthew White, and the 17 of Houston.
So, Connor Asbel somehow only had a minute of damage from that incident, so he's not going to be out of it. I do believe Matthew Rivera, he's still on pit road, and I believe he might be out of the race.
Yeah, unfortunate for Matthew Rivera. There is trucks coming up the road. Connor Asbel, he actually got his back end back, and that looks pretty okay. And Matthew Rivera, there is Herklotz. There is Matthew Rivera. He's got big side damage, but doesn't look too bad other than that. So you might see him back on the track, but he's currently 3 laps down. All right, guys. So coming to lap 28, it's been a crazy race so far. What do we expect to see in this final? Now we're over halfway. This final half of this race.
I mean, At this point, if we've learned anything from this race, you can't predict anything. You expect these guys to be a little bit more calm early on, and I think we're on like our third or fourth caution already, so we could either go single file all the way, or we could go 3 wide and have someone, Pace and Lindsay, fly off the track. So you never know what's going to happen here, but it's definitely going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'm up here in the top 10, and you know, hoping to get a win here, but you know, just don't want to get involved in chaos. I just want to finish the race, so really don't know what's about to happen here.
As here we go. We'll be restarting on lap 28. Of course, top 3 all choose the outside lane. That'll move Ashton Miller to the front row, as with the new choose cone rule for Season 4 for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. Let's try this again. We are back underway, under the lights, trucks in Daytona.
Outside did not get going. Andrew Stacy fell asleep or something.
65. Andrew Stacey has had issues with restarts in the past, most notably Michigan in the Xfinity Series last season. Now that's going to check up Pace and Lindsay. He's going to fall back a bit, and that'll have momentum carrying the inside lane. And Ashton Miller, perfect situation for him, gets spots on the choose, and now going to take the race lead naturally on the track. Head down the back straightaway. Who pulling out a line here is the 11 of Caraway. Same thing with the 88 of Davis, and Baron Cohen Jr. in the 20. Momentum now pushing outside, and Pace and Lindsay will clear for the lead as they hit the apron back there with Andrew Stacey and Pace and Lindsay. Nearly an accident there. Once again, they roll down the front straightaway. Xfinity Series is scheduled to go up in 18 minutes, but yeah, obviously it's going to be pushed back a little bit. They head back down to the 1.
A little bit too much wrecking for Xfinity to start on time.
Yeah, usually this race has like 2 or 3 caution flags, like spread out, but already 29 laps in, we've had 3 cautions, and yeah, we're getting even aggressive here once again. 3 wide. Look at Cole Clausen getting a block hold on him by the 94 of CJ Erman up to the outside.
And here comes Matthew White and Cole Wilson and Aston Miller. Everyone can make it on fuel, so now it's go time.
Haven't seen Cole Wilson up front all day long. Now we can see him win it. Starting to get to the end of the race.
Huge block.
That was nearly a bad collision there as Lindsay blocks up on the outside with the 27 of Ashton Miller. As they come to lap 30, it is 21 to go from Daytona.
And Pace and Lindsay leading the race with his blocking maneuvers while having connection issues. That is definitely not a good sign.
Oh, he's going to make a big block on Andrew Stacey as he got Ashton Miller with momentum to the outside. He's all of a sudden blinking really badly. The most annoying things about iRacing is next to that kind of issue. Oh, and he's going to pull off. And that's actually a respectable move by Pace and Lindsay. Oh, Miller! Almost got a bad push by Matthew White as Pace and Lindsay drops back. So it's Miller, White, and Wilson on the outside. Miller's going to drop low. He'll have the 99 go with him down on the inside lane.
And look at that second car on the outside, Connor Asbell. He's already back in this.
And you see, I don't know if it's time to... if you drop out now, it's an interesting time to do so. 20 to go in the race. You don't know what's going to happen. I personally wouldn't be dropping out right now. I think it's just about go time.
I mean, you still got 20 laps. You can make a lot happen even in just 5 laps, especially if this isn't a huge field, so understandable decision by Johnson here, and honestly might be the smart one that could have won him the race.
I don't know. I kind of disagree. I think they're going to race like this, in my opinion. I think they're going to race like this, locked side by side for a bit. Momentum back there won't really build up, and I think they're going to have a nice green flag run here. Probably about to curse at the...
It is going to be interesting, though, because, I mean, we've seen big runs from the outside like we see right now, Cole Wilson going for the lead. So that does help shuffle a lot of guys out. They try to go to the inside and get block and get passed around the outside. So that's going to be, it's going to be interesting to see if Johnson can get back up here.
Landon Johnson, of course, falls back outside of the top 15. Still, oh, bad push. Oh! Asbell, who just got his machine repaired, gets the bumper. Wilson gets him a bit sideways. Luckily, Wilson is able to hold on to it. As we have 18 laps to go in Daytona. Top 5 currently: Ashton Miller, Matthew White, Cole Wilson, Connor Aswell, and Andrew Stacy.
Connor Asbell all over the back bumper of that 12 car or truck. It's gonna back off now. Definitely got a pretty hot there.
Ashton Miller would love a Truck Series victory here tonight as they head back into 3 and 4. A lot of these drivers you see here tonight, either if they're Xfinity Series regulars or even Cup Series regulars, or neither, you'll probably see in the Xfinity Series race coming up next. We got this one to finish out. 18 laps to go in the trucks for Daytona. Now back to 17 to go. So it's kind of been even as of late between Ashton Miller and Cole Wilson. They've been kind of locked together side by side. No one really making a move. They've honestly even dropped a whole lot of trucks back there. So the pack, the main pack at least, is pretty small considering things. You got a little 3-car pack back there with Benton and a couple others. Of course, more trucks have dropped back because of the wrecks we had early in the race. Mason Lindsay is on pit road. He's 2 laps down currently.
Yeah, I believe Payson is still trying to deal with his connection issues as he has dropped out of the session. So heartbreak for the 99 of Payson Lindsay.
You remember he ran so well in this race a season ago. Is running up front here tonight, and once again, bad luck takes him out of it.
They are coming up on a slow car, though, 66.
That is Christian Herklotz. So he runs down the back straightaway. Herklotz will move out of the way.
Yeah, the field was pleading for him to get out the way.
Starting to run down the lap. Check the 16 to go here in Daytona. If we stay green, this one's going to be over pretty quickly from now.
Comes that outside again. Cole Wilson looking to the outside of Miller.
15 to go in Daytona. Ooh, looks like the 72 of Connor Aswell nearly tries to make a move on Cole Wilson. And they'll race.
Yeah, Asbell's been pretty squirrely all night. I'm not sure if he's not liking the handling of that truck or what's going on, but he has been everywhere trying to, maybe he could be trying to get cool air on his truck, but who knows, he's been everywhere tonight.
You also remember he had that damage, he was involved in that wreck, so that could be slightly affecting him. So coming to 14 to go in Daytona, they're getting almost a bit squirrely here, but mostly locked together. I think just for about a lap, we're going to go to crank it up from the World Center Racing the trucks from Daytona. As we welcome you back live to Daytona, 13 laps to go. Trucks under the lights for the 5-race truck challenge this season. It's the first race of 5, and they're all going for a good early points lead.
Jody Webster's too busy saying how much he loves super speedways, almost lost it off of turn 4. Jody Webster, we're gonna need you to control your automobile.
We have 12 laps to go here in Daytona with the trucks. So 3 early caution flags. We've been green all so far since about halfway. And up front is Ashton Miller and Cole Wilson, as has been for the last 10 or so laps. Pretty nice job keeping it even. He also got a lap truck up there. That, I believe, is Cam Caraway. Caraway going to move into his Xfinity debut, his full-time Xfinity debut, later tonight. Coming up next.
These DCMC, Highline, and Certon Motorsports drivers, they've just been controlling this race the second half.
Yeah, they've been pretty solid up front. Everybody else seems like they've been very, very over-aggressive, but they've gotten up front and kind of just slowed down the pace and kind of been controlling the field nicely.
Wilson and Asbel, they definitely could, if they wanted to, build a run and get themselves clear. But you do have to start wondering, are they trying to do that just to make sure no one else gets up to the front and they just can control the race and keep it between them four?
Cole Wilson. Urban, he's had a quiet night. He also got involved in an early crash. He's currently running in 6th, up on the outside. His teammates, Eli Tomlin and Andrew Stacy, and Eli Tomlin dropped down to 17th place, and he has lost the draft. Andrew Stacy here on the inside lane. He's in the 65, so he does have a teammate to work with if needed. 10 to go. Remember Cole Wilson, last time he was in the truck race at Daytona a season ago here, was upside down twice in that race and still came home with a top 3 finish. So one of the most insane nights we have seen out of a driver.
I'm sure we'll see Cole Wilson flip over again this race.
If not tonight, or if not in this race, maybe the Xfinity Series race coming up as he starts his 3rd full-time Xfinity Series season.
Yeah, let me tell you, Cole Wilson, the definition of a bushwhacker. Make it the cup, my friend.
Yeah, he's still going for that Xfinity title, I guess. He's been there for a while. I mean, there's been like probably 25 other drivers that have moved up from the Xfinity Series since he's left, or since he's started there.
And we're hearing now over the 42 of Brody Webster's radio as we go 3 wide for second. Well, not second, but
momentum coming on the outside is the 00 Walker and the 94 CJ Erdman. They split the fields. Now you got Cole Wilson and Connor Asbel. No, not a whole lot of help in the middle. But the outside starting to deteriorate once again. And looks like maybe a bit too early. Nobody really went with them besides those two. As they head 3 wide, coming 8 to go, down the front straightaway.
It is hard to get that outside working. And for Brody Webster, that's definitely going to help him out. Brody Webster, we heard over his radio, he was beginning to fall asleep because I guess he was getting bored or something. So now he has something to watch or something.
All right. Brody Webster not even in this race as they head down. Right, actually, he is in this race. As they head down the back straightaway.
Yeah, he hasn't been noticeable, has he?
No, not really. As Cole Wilson clears down to the inside, he will now take the lead back. Miller on his bumper as they head down the front straightaway yet again here in Daytona. 7 laps to go. Look at the 800 of Walker kind of getting pushed back there again. And it's starting to get aggressive. Final 7 laps are underway. Of course, the Xfinity Series race has been delayed by about 10 or 15 minutes after the conclusion of this Truck Series race. Look at the pulling outside. Ashton Miller once again. Help from Connor Asbel back to the outside. He's going for the lead. He got now Matthew White on the back bumper of the 12 of Cole Wilson. And big push on the outside. Miller trying to clear him. He will. New leader in Daytona, Ashton Miller. Oh, it's starting to get dicey here with 6 to go. Once again, oh, in the wall. Walker a bit with the 94 of CJ Erdman.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt them a ton. They were gonna have a huge bit of momentum, and here comes Connor Asbell.
Through the middle, the 72. Oh, the wall.
Diamond into the wall.
And got Cole Clausen down. Oh, sliding up. Landon Johnson, they all save it somehow. We keep it green.
Landon Johnson just cleared himself, I believe, and absolutely screwed over Nolan Walker, who is not happy, I believe.
Yeah, now Nolan Walker looks like back there is going to lose the draft. There's no way he's going to be able to contend for this win unless he somehow gets a lucky draft. She could, but it's going to be very hard.
I believe he is just outside of it or just inside of it.
Actually, I believe he's just
He's
inside of it.
Speed. Yeah, he's there.
Got lucky, as pulling outside now is Matthew White with 4.5 laps to go in Daytona. Miller trying to control the field.
Asbell.
Coming outside lane, that 99 of Matthew White. 4 to go from the World Center of Racing. All bets are off. It's time to go for the win.
Here comes White. White's gonna get clear here.
Down the back straightaway they go. Matthew White in the 99 Tundra on the F-150 on the outside. And he will clear Ashton Miller, new leader Matthew White. Oh, pushing outside Andrew Stacy and Munson once again. Brooks Munson in that number 17.
And here comes Asbell now.
Connor Asbell back up high. He's side by side with Matthew White. Of course, Connor Asbell looking for his first ever win in Daytona. Definitely wants to check that off his bucket list for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. And he'll have a win at every super speedway if he does that. 3 to go. Watch momentum building for Connor Asbell on that outside lane. He also got some lap trucks ahead of here, including a 4-car pack. I don't know if they're going to catch him, but they will certainly catch Pace and Lindsay. They hit through 3 and 4 yet again.
Lindsay's going to try to stay to the top. That's going to screw over Erdman. He'll get back in line, and they're going to get around him clean.
Asbell had a bit of a moment. Side by side, coming to the line with 2 laps to go. Setting up for another thriller here in Daytona. Matthew White nearly clear. Watch momentum coming high once again for Asbell. Brooks Munson in the 17 up there as well. So is Andrew Stacy. Here comes Ashton Miller. He clears high. He got that lap traffic ahead of them with a lap and a half to go.
And here's Wilson to the back of White.
Cole Wilson on the back bumper of that 99. He is nearly clear of Ashton Miller. Oh, he got in trouble. Spinning him to the outside. Caution's going to come out with 4 cars involved. And the yellow flag will fly in Daytona just before they got to the white flag. It's going to set up overtime from Daytona. Caution comes out. Let's take a look at what happened. He got 3 trucks involved. That's the 42. He's involved with the 77. He also got, I believe, another truck who got a bit of a piece of it. There is Brody Webster involved in the 42. Let's take a look how this all went down. It was kind of in the back of the field. Back of the pack, I should say. Oh, yeah, Webster just clears himself on CJ Urban. And then Urban hits into the 17, and Cole Clausen got a bit of it. So the 77 spins down to the inside as well.
You see, there's a reason why Brody Webster's in a Kirsten Husavard truck. Drives just like him.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, what the heck was he doing there? I mean, yeah, he must be falling asleep now because, my God.
Riding with Braden Hunsicker. Oh, yeah. Nowhere for him to go. Just got collected in it. And he wrecks up to the outside.
Hate it for Hunsicker. He had issues in the ARCA race last night and now tonight. He's got to hope that's where his bad luck ends.
Yeah, of course. We'll see him in the Xfinity Series race coming up. And then, of course, the Daytona 500 in the Cup Series for his 4th full-time season. And Braden Hunsicker, I believe, has retired. All right, it is green-white checkered here in Daytona, NASCAR overtime. Don't really think anyone's going to pit, at least from the front. If you have damage in the back, you're probably going to come service your cars. Landon Johnson coming to pit road. I'm kind of surprised by that one. He probably have enough fuel, but I don't really know why he's pitting. Same thing with CJ Urban. He's coming down pit road. So for the second night in a row, we will have overtime. It was a good green flag run there for about 25 laps or so. That was a fun one. They actually got it clean for a while, and then a caution comes out with just about less than a lap and a half to go. So Bryce Benson, he's had a tough night. It's been kind of a tough going for Bryce Benson since his IndyCar win. Had not a great ARCA race and had a pretty terrible truck race so far. There's the 66 of Herklotz on the back straightaway. So Matthew White currently with the lead. Cole Wilson currently second. Then you got Ashton Miller. How about Maddox Beard running inside of the top 5? Ryan Davis, P6. Connor Aswell, P5. Brooks Beanson still in P7. Andrew Stacy still up here at Walker. And then Cole Clausen rounds out your top 10. All right, guys. It's going to be NASCAR overtime here from the World Center. Actually, got to wait for Cameron to come back. Actually, Cole, you can, if you want to. What do we think we're going to see in this overtime?
Probably just a bunch of chaos. I mean, you know, it looks like we got a good amount of unexperienced drivers. That's just what I'm gonna say up front here. So everyone's just gonna be going for the win as per usual, and gonna be wild. But hopefully we can avoid the wrecks and bring this truck home to a good finish.
Yeah. So current leader is your Season 1 Cup Series champion Matthew White. He's got Cole Wilson on his inside. So we're coming to the choose this time. Definitely going to be pretty interesting choose. Not really sure why Andrew Stacy's back in the rest of the field back there.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
We do have reports from Cole Wilson that he is not happy with Matthew White because apparently Matthew White gave him damage under yellow.
All right,
and
so
Jason Lindsay has just given a threat to somebody, so I think we need to go investigate him.
So Matthew White, we've seen a lot of the leaders pick the outside lane. It's been kind of interesting to see. Usually don't really see that at super speedways, but here tonight in Daytona with the trucks, we have seen that. Going to be interesting to see if we see that in the Xfinity Series or even the Cup Series tomorrow night for the Daytona 500. This is all, of course, all the Speedweeks the last few weeks has all been leading up to tomorrow night's running the Season 4 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Daytona 500. Pre-race starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time live on this channel. Session will open at 9. We'll have a half-hour warm-up. Then we'll have qualifying for the Daytona 500. And then at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time, we will go green for the Great American Race. Everybody looking forward to that one. It's the big one. Biggest race of the season, the Daytona 500. And it is just about here, one sleep away. Here we go for the trucks. Time to finish off the first race of the doubleheader for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League Speedweeks tonight with trucks and Xfinity later on. This race has had 2 thrilling photo finishes the last 2 seasons. Can we get a third one? It is NASCAR overtime. We have 3 attempts of green-white checkers if we need them. Haven't needed them in a very long time, in over a season, in the entire NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. But they are available. Matthew White picks outside. That'll leave Cole Wilson on the inside. Pace truck comes down pit road. NASCAR overtime from the Truck Series race in Daytona. 2 laps to go. Even start. Cole Wilson on the inside. Oh! Asphalt got loose. I thought he was about to wreck. Might have been just making an extremely aggressive lane change.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. He's gonna get to the outside of his teammate.
How about Cole Wilson getting clear? Help from Maddox Beard. He will clear outside on Matthew White. Oh! Loose moment for that 12.
White's clear. He might duck to the inside here.
He
There he
will!
goes, and Wilson blocks.
What a big block by that 12 machine. Now you got Ashton Miller, momentum coming outside. Will they make it back around to the white flag? White flag is waving. They are side by side. Miller coming outside. Final lap in Daytona. How about Brooks Musin trying to make something happen on the outside? Same thing with Andrew Stacey. Now as the white flag flies, you got Ashton Miller on the outside. Connor Aswell trying to back up. Will Matthew White be able to push Cole Wilson far enough so he can pull outside and maybe get clear? He will do that!
The outside.
Matthew White going for the lead in Daytona. Final time down the back straightaway. The 99.
Huge back up.
But Miller's there. Oh, Asphalt! They're 5 wide. They're all wrecking. A huge crash behind him. Here comes Miller to the bottom of White. He's going to turn him. Oh, they both spin. Who's going to do it? Ryan Davis is going to win the truck in Daytona race. Unbelievable.
No way, dude.
P2 for Cole Clausen. P3 for Baron Cohen Jr. What a finish from the World Center of Racing. And people are not going to be happy, especially Matthew White.
So freaking close, dude. My goodness, that was... Yeah, I told you it was going to be chaotic. People are aggressive, people want to win, and people are going to do anything they want to win, and that's exactly what happened.
What a race. What a finish.
And Matthew White called it before the restart. He had a feeling he was going to get wrecked out of it. Off turn number 4 with the lead and gets pit maneuvered by his own teammate. You hate it for Matthew White there.
That is not going to go over well between Ashton Miller and Matthew White. We'll see
All
what
of
happens.
the TCMC affiliated teams. Connor Asbell cleared himself, and that's what sparked that first big wreck. Not a good day for those cars, except for Ryan Davis and ending up in the victory lane.
Ryan Davis will burn it down. Your winner in Daytona. What a finish. How about it for the driver of the 88, Ryan Davis? Post-race interviews coming up real quick before we have to head to the Xfinity Series race. That'll be launching at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. What a job well done by him. Ryan Davis goes to victory lane for the first time in an official NASCAR iRacing FedEx League race. And he wins the first race of the 5-race trophy challenge. Of course, Xfinity session will be open at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time in about 6 minutes. And we're going to stay here for a bit for post-race interviews, but it's going to be the warm-up session for the Xfinity Series. Let's take a look real quick at what happened to bring that finish to us. Unbelievable. That's one we're going to remember for a long time, and tempers could be flaring, especially between those two teammates. First of all, let's take a look at the wreck with Connor Aswell and others. So racing here down the back straight. Oh, yeah, Aswell just clears himself on Wilson. 5 wide. They almost had to save with no room, and they, ooh, that's a terrible crash. A big pile up here, and oh my God, Payson Lindsay got a bit of air. Payson Lindsay nearly went over. Bryce Benson got involved in it, and nearly takes out most of the field that was remaining. Let's ride along here with Cole Wilson. This is going to be a wild ride. Yeah, just clears himself, and nowhere for them to go, and that creates the big one. Piles into it. Fortunate there. I don't know what Asbell was thinking there. Definitely was not clear. I mean, not even close to being clear, obviously. Fortunate there as they all pile up to the outside. So right along with the 99 of Payson Lindsay. See what he saw with this accident. He got a bit of airtime, of course, like we mentioned. Just straight into it. Nowhere from the go. Ooh! hits all throughout. Got on his side and able to get on all 4 wheels. So luckily all drivers have stepped away from their race cars and everybody looks to be all right. Let's take a look at what happened to Matthew White on that final lap. Of course, White pulls to the outside. He's got Miller on his bumper. They all wreck behind him like we saw earlier. Massive crash. And, yeah, that's going to be one that's going to be talked about. He gets a bit of airtime. Miller almost had it stayed, but he ends up spinning himself around anyways. Let's run along with Ashton Miller, see if we can get a better view. Oh, this is going to be bad at the end, too. Oh, my God. Bad hit again. Right along here with Ashton Miller. So lots and lots of carnage here at the end in Daytona. Ooh, Matthew White kind of came down if we're looking at it that way. I mean, falling at both of them, I would say. And hard shot. Oh, it's absolutely hammered by the 99 of Matthew White. All right, what an insane one from Daytona. Post-race interviews coming up from the World Center of Racing as you take a look at your results on the left side of your screen. Ryan Davis, what a victory. Cole Clausen so close in P2. And let's have post-race interviews coming up. Ryan Davis, what a finish. What a job well done by you guys. You win the first race of the 5-race challenge for the Truck Series, and it, of course, is at the biggest stage, the World Center Racing. So take me through that final lap, making it through all of that carnage at the end to come home in victory lane.
Yeah, Ethan, I don't have words for what just happened there. We came across the line for that last lap, I think like, what, 7th or 8th? And I don't know how I managed to get by from Cole and Connor flying up the track. But I do have to thank the 2 guys that wrecked. They opened the door for me. They basically handed me the win on a silver platter, but... Oh my... Talladega, Daytona, I hope that this might not be my last chance at actually getting another win.
So how much momentum is this one going to give you going into the rest of the Speedweeks events here tonight, or this week here in Daytona?
I feel like this is actually going to give me a real confidence boost going into the Xfinity race. I know I'm not making Cup this year, but I feel like for Xfinity, I might actually have another chance.
All right, well, huge congrats on the Truck Series victory. Have fun celebrating. We'll see you in the Xfinity race in just a couple of moments, and good luck there.
Yep, see you there.
All right, next up, Cole Clausen. Cole Clausen, oh so close here. Once again, you finished P2. So take me through that final lap, what it was like making it through all of that carnage and ultimately coming up just short.
Yeah, well, before the final caution there happened, I was just falling behind Hunsicker the whole time, and we were going nowhere. I mean, he was kind of letting off the gas. I really don't know what he was doing, but I was kind of just out of it. I was just kind of cruising there, and then we got that caution. I got a little bit of damage. I was thinking about coming down pit road, but I'm like, nah, I got to stay out, get a good finish here. So that's what I did, and holy cow, it worked out amazingly. I mean, at first, they were freight trained by us on the outside, and I thought we weren't going to finish good. And then they started wrecking in turn 3, just as I expected. And I followed Ryan Davis right down to the bottom and, just cruise right on behind him. And, well, I kind of went too low, and I got hooked by the apron. I got really loose, but I saved it, and I got a bump from, I think, the Baron Cohen Jr. guy, so appreciate him for giving me a little bit of shot there, giving me a little bit of extra boost. But I saw 4 guys ahead of me, and I'm like, well, this is gonna be a good old top 5 finish. And then I saw White and Miller wrecking, and I'm like, no way, I'm about to win this thing, right? And of course, the Cody Ware of FedEx gets it done. So I mean, good job, Ryan Davis. I mean, Mickey Mouse win. Definitely wouldn't be a Mickey Mouse win if I won, though. We all know that. But I mean, crazy race. Just honestly pretty embarrassing. I'm not even gonna lie. That was just everyone just going for it. I mean, that's kind of what you expect here at the super speedways. But we'll take this P2 finish. Definitely really happy, and hopefully can go do well in the Xfinity race.
All right, well, nice job still on P2, and we'll see you coming up in the Xfinity race right now.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, more post-race interviews be coming. We still got a half-hour warm-up session for Xfinity, so we're not really in any rush, if we say. So take a look at more post-race interviews here from the World Center of Racing. And coming up next is going to be Baron Cohen Jr. comes home P3. Baron Cohen Jr., a cool story for you guys. So, of course, you usually spot for John Butler in the Cup Series. Roles were reversed here tonight in the Truck Series race, where he was actually spotting for you, and you were on the racetrack, and you come home with a very solid podium finish, P3. So, take me through that final lap and what it is like coming home P3.
It feels nice. It feels nice, but the final lap, I was just like trying to do what I would do with John Butler. I tell him just stay low and just pray, just hope you don't get tagged. They reckon on the back, so I just stay low, try and force my way through it. It works out. I was hoping they got took out in the front and I could come in with the win, but I'll take a P3 finish.
So, will we see you in any other NASCAR Racing FedEx League races in the future after this one?
For sure, for sure. I had good fun. I had good fun. I always wanted to drive, watching Butler drive. I mean, he seems like he has good fun out there, so I want to give this one a chance. He offered it so I could come race, and he spotted. You know what? He's a pretty good spotter himself, but he's not as good as me, so he got some work to do.
All right, well, nice job here on the race win here, or race win P3 here tonight in Daytona, and we'll see you in the next race you're able to do.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, coming up next is going to be Ashton Miller comes home P4. Ashton Miller, it's P4 here in Daytona. So it honestly looked like it was you coming up a bit and Matthew White coming down a bit there at the end for the win. So take me through your perspective on that.
I mean, honestly, I thought I had that race won, man. But yeah, I guess he just he came down on me, and you know, that sucks to happen. I was just trying to hold my line to get down, and if his car didn't come around all the way, we would have definitely had that one. But I'm happy to see Ryan Davis get his first, I think, legitimate win. But it sucks that we didn't get that win there, honestly. But you know, that happens, and I guess we'll just try to get it in Xfinity coming up in 2 minutes, I think.
All right, well, nice job still on the top 5 finish here at the end, and we will see you in Xfinity coming up now.
All right, see ya.
First, that was Ashton Miller. Coming up next is going to be, let's look down the field. Going to be P10, Cole Wilson. Cole Wilson, you guys come home P10 here in Daytona for the trucks. So, pretty decent finish, or pretty decent race all around for you guys. You guys ran up front. Unfortunately, it looks like you got Connor Roswell coming across your bumper there on the final lap. So, take me through what happens.
Yeah, I think Connor just misjudged the gap there. Understandable. Just a mistake, but hopefully in Xfinity tonight we can finish a little bit better and go for the win.
All right, well, we will see you coming up in just a couple of moments in Xfinity.
All right, thank you.
Okay, coming up next is going to be Andrew Stacy came home in 13th. Andrew Stacy, a wild final lap. Everybody, most cars wrecked there at the end, so you come home in P13. Just take me through that final lap and what you were seeing out of your windshield as you got, I think, pile driven from behind.
Oh yeah. Not really pile driven from behind actually. We were trying to form that third 3 wide high lane there for a bit. 17 cars really being a pain in the ass. Constantly late blocking, doing a bunch of stuff. Not apologizing for it as well. And just we got unlucky there at the end. And got involved in that wreck, blew the motor, and I had to slowly crawl there. I didn't make it though. And such a good race though, amazing race for everyone. It was a lot of fun until that end there, just a Mickey Mouse win. You know, it's rough to see after you get cussed out by a person and for no reason at all, just for them to win and celebrate that hard for Mickey Mouse win. I mean, it's just weird in my opinion.
All right, well, I'm sorry about that unfortunate late race incidents for you guys, and we'll see you in the Xfinity race coming up right now. All right, so a couple more to go here in Daytona, as we'll get you to the Xfinity Series race in just a couple moments, I promise. So next up is going to be C.J. Erdman. Came home P16. C.J. Erdman, overall, it was a good night for you guys here for the trucks at Daytona. So, unfortunately, you guys got caught up, I believe, in that final lap crash or something like that, and you will ultimately end up in P16. So, taking through what happened there in the last couple of laps.
Yeah, we tried to make the third lane work, me and Nolan did, and we got fenced a couple times, and then at the end there, I got back to the bottom and was just gonna ride and hope the field wrecked, and the 42, it was unintentional, but he cleared himself really badly, and we ended up in the fence and took out a few cars, and then it was killed after that. Steering was destroyed, but it was a lot of fun. Most of the race just didn't work out at the end.
All right, so what do we think we're going to see coming up from this Xfinity Series race with you guys? Of course, that's the series you're full-time in now.
I think it's going to be really aggressive at first. I think you're going to have a couple cautions at the start, and I think it'll calm down midway through, and it'll probably, 3/4 of the race will probably be clean. Then once we get to 5 to go, everybody's going to lose their minds and going to turn into a lot of wrecks, I think.
All right, well, good luck in the Xfinity race coming up.
Thank you.
And, of course, that'll do it here for the trucks. What a finish it was. We'll be live for Xfinity at a new stream in just about 30 seconds, so stay tuned for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series in Daytona is coming up.